Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. Welcome to the first week of this month's Hoop Dance Flow classes. Welcome. Honestly, it's really great to have you here. I hope that you are feeling ready, that you've cleared some space, you've got some water if that feels right for you, or that you're very hydrated, and that you have your hoop or favorite hoops. Because we are going to move through a whole range of things. Every month, every week actually, I give something completely unique and new. So if you have missed any of the past ones, then I'll leave you some links and stuff in this course, and you can check those out if that feels right for you. Otherwise, I want you to grab a body hoop, an on-body hoop that feels right for you, and let's drop into our body. And we do that by starting at the foundation of hoop dance, and that is waist hooping. If you're new to waist hooping, try out my 7-day waist hooping challenge. It's going to align you and make you nice and strong. If this is something you've been doing for years, then don't hold back. Be all of you right now in your center and really just landing on the sensation and the idea that this gift that we have, this hoop dance, this movement that we are working on, mastering, dancing with, playing with, collaborating with in life, is the ultimate tool for us to get out of our heads. We spend so much time up here and into our body. So now's the time. I just invite you. You don't even need me to guide you or teach you in this, because you intuitively know how to move, how your body wants to feel in this moment. And so I could almost just stop talking and just allow you to be and express. And when I say on body, that might mean on the hips, on the solar plexus. I'm really timid to bring it up because it's really cold in here right now and the hoop is freezing. Don't you hate when that happens? Maybe it's on your chest. Maybe it's on your shoulders. Maybe it's on your knees. I've got really slippery pants, but let's go for it. It doesn't matter if the hoop drops on the ground. So we draw the inner thighs together. We push the pelvis in alignment. If you were in my class last week, last month, we talked about that eclipse alignment of the body and of the planets. But right now it's the head and the heart and the hips, right? And we draw the knees together, the ankles together if that feels right for you. And we continue to pulse. We try not to push back, try not to bend in the joints, but draw our energy up and push if that feels okay. If it's on your kneecaps, let it drop. You might still be on your belly, and that's all right, because we're coming into the groove of our body. Feeling good. Freedom to express and explore and unlock, also to go in the opposite direction, particularly if that's feeling a little bit stale or frustrating or just not the norm. It's really nice to disrupt our movement safely. If you're feeling that there's just way too much kind of jarring action, then go back and just do a few spins in your opposite direction. And this just doesn't have to be on your waist. You might want to spin in one direction. We've done this quite a lot in past classes where we're going to move into the breaks and how that allows us to find new movement and, of course, balance in our bodies. Just playing here. Just moving through whatever needs to come unstuck right now. Take a little moment to close your eyes and just feel into parts of your body that maybe you haven't connected with today. Your armpits, right at the top of your spine. You know, that part that you really want to get a good massage. Maybe your elbows, the tops of your feet, your fingernails, the tip of your nose. All of our body, our intelligent body, can be connected with, but our mind, our brain often takes over and we can really lose sensation. And that's why we are ever so lucky to have this gift of movement and dance and that we should be celebrating, congratulating ourselves for showing up. Never disregarding the power of this play right here. 5 minutes, we're into the 5th minute now of this class. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. We always have time. We can always make time, look for time for ourselves, to respect ourselves and our bodies, because that's what keeps us alive. We need to work it. Without this incredible body, it's very challenging if we're in a place of pain or discomfort or dis-ease or inflammation, stuckness. Is that a word? It is now. And so just granting ourselves this time, we have the opportunity to release parts of those, any of that build up. Yay. And we come back to breath. So pick a part of the body that you feel like you just want to work on right now, play on. Maybe that's the hips, the waist, the solar plexus, the chest, the shoulders, the neck, the knees, whatever feels right for you. And just pick up the pace on that part of the body. And draw in the breath. Big inhalation into the nose, in through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. The next inhalation, can you feel that body part expand with energy, with oxygen, with air? It's like you fill up your hoop a little bit more with all of you. Starting to feel a little bit more centered, a little bit more dropped into the body, a little bit less top head heavy. Yeah, that's the intention, to bring it on down. You might want to close your eyes just for this last little moment. If you're quickening the pace, that's activating the body. You're expanding the breath. That's expanding the body. And then you can visualize or feel sensation of the full body from where your feet are planted all the way up through the legs, through the hips, through the back, through the front of the body, the sides of the body, out through the front of the arms, the back of the arms, the hands, the fingertips, all up through the neck, through the head, face, and surrounding all of you is this new energy, this new aura, this new sensation of who you truly are and how you feel right now. So without thinking about it, how does your body feel? How do you feel? What can you feel? Where can you feel? If there's any shifts that you want to make, you can set, create, just kind of feel a new intention. I want to release the tension in my shoulders. I want to feel a flow in my body. I want to create warmth. I want to spend more time in the sensations of my full body than in my head. I want to pick up my feet more. I want to move in the opposite direction. I want to slow down. I want to speed up. Whatever it is. And of course, you can be all over the body, moving around. Continue, continue, continue. Breath. Full body. Pace. When it feels right for you, you can grab your hoop and we're just going to open up the front of the body. Oftentimes during the day, we start to get tired and crunch forward and down. Then over the days, the weeks, the months, the years, our posture tends to reflect that. And so we can move into just these gentle opening practices. Anytime we need to remind ourselves of our natural, neutral spine. So if you're too far back or too far forward, come to a neutral position. I'm just resting my hoop on my lower back because it feels good. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. If you have space, let's swing one side then the other. Did you hear my lower back crack? Don't tell any chiropractors this, but it's kind of my new favorite thing. Over the years, and just continue to swing. If you can't do this, then you can keep it small. And if you can't do that at all, then get rid of the hoop and just create some of these gentle squeezing out twists. So when I used to hoop a lot, a lot, and always predominantly on body, the muscles in my spine, either side of my spine, were very, very hard, rock hard. I never had any pain, but they were very much fused in place. Other hand, and twisting to the side. You might want to pick up the back heels. You might want to let the weight of the hoop take you, or you might want to use some tension in your muscles. And then as my off-body style started to evolve, the muscles in my back started to loosen. Again, no pain. I'm all good. I'm very, very grateful for that. But what that meant was that my back, the bones in my back had a newfound freedom, and they crack a lot. So no pain, thank goodness. If you are an osteo or a chiropractor or someone who has some tips for me because you think that's a bad thing, I'm all ears. Okay, let's just stand at the front, and now you'll feel like the front of your core, your belly, all of these incredible muscles all the way around. You can visualize them if you like. Just think of your anatomy books at high school or in your yoga teacher training or whatever. They're switching on, as are the sides, as are your feel like over the tops of your hips, as are your arms. And then take the hoop high if you can. If you can't, this is totally okay. You can drop it down like this, or you can get rid of it altogether. And we're just going to go over to one side. If you want to, you can draw your feet together. Just trying to get a stretch and make sure that the head and the neck has space. Ooh. And then come back to center. If you need to widen your stance, that's okay. It's not about how far you can go. It's about recognizing, having the awareness in your body to feel, opening the channels, new sensation. Yes, feeling good. One more time on each side. Just to open up, unlock, release. If this feels too much, one hoop down, hand over, and then over to the other side, or holding the hoop with two hands if that feels right for you. There's always modifications. We know this in hoop dance, in all of the tricks. We continue to explore and expand variations, and we can do that in anything. So any time that I'm leading you through something and you're like, actually, as long as you're feeling safe and you're feeling really aware of the parts of your body that need the elongation or the softness, then please, you are your own guru. All right, if you need to grab a drink of water or just kind of shake it off for a moment, that is awesome. And we are going to get into coordination station. Okay, for our coordination station, this week we're going to be doing some escalator breaks or escalator back frame. I'll explain maybe the difference, or not maybe, I will explain the difference. And we're going to do it on both sides, which I am not a professional at because I always do it on my right side. So I'm with you all the way on this coordination station. It's good for all of our brains and bodies. All right, so an escalator back frame looks like this. You'll start out in first position, and I'll break this down a little bit more. And you're going to push to the opposite side hip and catch, and the hoop is going to come up behind you. So essentially what's happening, we're going to try it on our right and then our left, so it's all cool. So right hand out, left wrist, right wrist forward, foot in the little cusp of the hoop that's closest to you, and you're going to push it over to your left hip, and when you do that, your left arm will come down and grab it. So it's in between your little chicken wing here. Your elbow is down towards your back hip. And then your second arm, which was your pushing arm, is going to come up to grab it here. So it's in this back frame. Yes? And then what we're going to do is push it back down. So we go up and catch and let it drop. Yes, up and catch and let it drop. Up and catch. You don't have to go fast. Actually, if you're used to going fast, go slow. If you're used to going slow, safely go fast. But there's a lot that goes on in a move like this, even if it seems basic for you. So you can just come into that full awareness, just have a new perspective on moves that you may do all the time. Just think about, especially if you're going to be a teacher or if you want to be a teacher or if you are a teacher, it's really good to understand how you learn, even if you're not a teacher. It's amazing to understand how your body works.